Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Crystal and this is my social thread. So today I am doing a unboxing for you. It is the Little Miss So and So So Luxurious All Set to Sew kit for what month are we in? November, and it's just arrived over here. Normally it comes in a box, but because this month's fabric is a sweatshirting, which is quite thick and bulky, they've done it in their blue plastic bags, but normally it does come in a nice box, so it is nice to give as a gift or to receive as a gift. And also the boxes are very useful. I keep all my boxes just for well, I haven't actually reused them, but I just keep all the boxes anyway because they're good quality. So anyway, I'm going to open this. So I am a brand ambassador for Little Miss So and I received this kit for free as part of being the brand ambassador. This particular kit is the So Luxurious kit, which I pay what's it called, an additional charge for, because the brand ambassadors normally get the All Set to Sew special kits, which are slightly cheaper. And with regards to the So Luxurious kit, it's a little bit more money, so it's £65 a month, including postage and packaging. And with that you get a pattern of your choice, and when I say of your choice, every month you get a choice of a knit pattern or a woven pattern, and then you choose that, you know, whether knit or woven, and then from then onwards you get a choice of Little Miss So and So's luxurious fabrics, and that includes designer fabrics such as Atelier Brunette, Art Gallery, Dashwood Studios, Lady McElroy, and it's really fab. Also you get all the notions needed to make that project, and you also get a little gift as well, which is lovely. So that's £65 a month, including postage and packaging, as I say. And with the So Luxurious kit, you normally get around 3 to 3.5 meters of that designer fabric. So in terms of value, it's more than £65 in value. So it's a very good kit to have, to give as a gift, or just a nice gift for yourself as well. So here it is, nice big chunky packaging, lovely sticker there. So this month I went for the knit option, and it is let me show you. The pattern is in here, and I decided to go for the Fiber Mood knit sweater. I can't remember, I think the woven pattern was also a Fiber Mood blouse, but I decided to go for the knit version, because I think this time of the year I quite like wearing knit items, and sweatshirting is, you know, nice and cozy. So the pattern I went for is the Leona sweatshirt by Fiber Mood. So it's that pattern there. So it's basically, I can show you the line drawings. So it's basically quite, I would refer to this as sort of like a batwing jumper. I don't know if that term is still what's used at the moment. So they describe it as a Back to the Future jumper or sweater with geometric inserts. So the geometric inserts are presumably these sleeves. So you got sort of this right angle rectangular piece where the sleeve, you know, just joins on. Gathered sleeves, wrist trim, which I assume is this, neck binding, and hembands in ripped trim fabric. So that's the front of the sweater, and this is the back of the sweater, so it's exactly the same. Lovely knit sweater. Measurements go from a extra small, which is a, oh, this is in different, so this is in centimeters. Extra small, which is a bust of 76, all the way up to a triple XL, which is a bust of 146 centimeters. So Fiber Mood obviously is a foreign brand. It's actually a magazine, for those of you that don't know. They do, I don't know if it's every 3 months they do a magazine, and it's kind of like the what are those patterns called, the, is it McCall's? Not McCall's, Burda pattern catalogs or booklets, where you've got like a really glossy magazine, lovely photographs, a very editorial magazine, and lots of patterns are included, and the patterns are included at the back of the book of the magazine, but they are all on top of each other, so you do need to trace. And I know people do complain about Burda because there is like loads and loads of patterns nested in each other, so you do have to be careful and pay attention when you are cutting out. With regards to the Fiber Mood, it is very similar, although there's not as many patterns on the one sheet. But I do know that you can buy individual patterns, PDF patterns off their website and off other UK suppliers as well. Also, I believe if you subscribe to Fiber Mood, this is a yearly subscription fee, and you're entitled to, I think, I'm not sure, a couple of patterns, PDF pattern downloads of your choice as part of your subscription. I think maybe it might be 4, but I'm not entirely sure. So Fiber Mood, I have bought one of their magazines before because they are gorgeous, and it's just lovely to flick through the magazine. I don't know if I have it. Sienna, do you think you could pass me? There might be a magazine up there by my folders. Yeah, in there somewhere. Just have a look. A magazine. It is lovely to look at. I haven't made anything from it because for me personally, I don't like tracing patterns as it is, even if it's one pattern on one sheet. So like Tilly and the Buttons, or you know, Sew Over It. I really try not to trace anymore because I have found in the past I used to trace all the time, and for me it's just a waste of my time personally, because I would rather just get it printed in A0, cut it out, and then get it reprinted if I wanted another size. Fiber Mood? No, you can't find it. And so with the Fiber Mood, it was even more of a struggle for me to even think about tracing them out and cutting them out myself. But anyway, it's great to know that they do have individual patterns that you can buy individually. And so when I first saw this, actually, I thought that was a frill, but it isn't a frill. So from the magazine, from the photograph, it looks like a frill, you know, like you have like a little ruffle on the diagonal there. But as you can see from the line drawings, it's just sort of a gathered sort of piece there, which is something slightly different. A lovely relaxed style of sweatshirt, very good for Christmas, where you know, don't want to wear anything too fitted because of all the Christmas feasting and treats. So you get the PDF, that's obviously the instructions, the A0 printed out as well. And then this month's gift is a lovely like poster, like a card, something to display in your sewing room. And it says, "Home is where the sewing machine is." In lovely plastic cellophane there. That is lovely. That's really nice. And then you also, I don't even know where this is from, it doesn't have a label. And then you also get a matching, Two for Joy illustration, a matching greeting card. So it's blank on the inside, so matching greeting card there, which is lovely. Thank you very much. And then the fabric I decided to go for is a glitter sweatshirt fleece in a teal fabric, and it is gorgeous. It's so super thick. There's so much of this fabric. There you go. And it's a tealy color, so it's like a greeny bluey, and it's got sort of glitter flecks in it, quite a lot of glitter fleck actually, which is quite nice. And I'll show you the reverse. Is it a sweatshirting or is it a French terry? It might be a French terry, a fleece back French terry. Yeah, because sweatshirting doesn't have these loop backs, does it? So I think it's a loop back, but it is brushed. So that's really, really nice. Is it stretchy? Very stretchy. Not stretchy so much that way. This way is more stretchier, but that's perfect for sweatshirts. And then I get the matching ribbing as well. And then I also get the matching thread. Sienna, if you could pass me measuring tape, please. Let me just measure how much we get. Thank you very much. So I assume you get 1/2 meter of the ribbing. I never know how to measure this one. Do I measure it that way? Do I measure it this way? No, I measure it this way. 1/2 meter of this ribbing here. And then with the fabric, bear with me. I always like to measure fabric now because I never used to. And then once I was shortchanged by accident, where I had ordered 3 meters, but I only got 2 meters. And had I not double checked it, I probably wouldn't have known that I was missing a meter until I had washed it and cut it out and then realized the meter was missing. So it's always good to check your fabric. So I'm just going to measure this now. So we have 1.5 meters. and also for fabric shrinkage. So especially when I pre-treat wool, I always measure it both ways, and then after pre-treatment I measure it again just to see how much it actually has shrunk by. That's always a nice thing to do. Wow, yep, you are going to get more than 3 meters in this. So that's 3 meters there. Gosh, a lot here. Let me see. And this is priced at £9 a meter, £9 a half a meter, so £18 a meter. And that puts you in the designer category of fabric. So I have, ladies and gentlemen, gosh, 4.5 meters, 4.5 meters of this gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. So I can do the sweater, and I can do something else as well, which is really nice. I'm thinking maybe the Nina Lee South Bank sweater dress. But I'm really surprised at that 4.5 meters. So thank you very much, Nicola. I'm looking forward to sewing this up. I don't normally go for this color, but I quite like it. So I did do the color chart thing that most people are raving on about. But when I got my results, it told me that I shouldn't go for burgundies or ochres, mustards, that sort of thing. But that's my favorite color thing. That's my favorite color to wear. I love the burgundies and the reds and the pinks, and I love mustards. And so I kind of just threw my color chart away, and I just went with what I think suits me. But green, slightly different, but I think I'm going into sort of the green and tealy. I'm liking these colors a lot more. So that's that. What else do I have to say? Yep, thank you very much for that. So as always, when I do my unboxing, I also reveal last month's make. And last month's make was, I went for the knit option again, and it was the Friday Pattern Company Adrienne blouse. Excuse me. It's this pattern here. So it's basically a knit pattern, as I say, and it's a blouse, kind of t-shirty blouse. I wonder what the difference is between a blouse and a t-shirt. So it's like a t-shirt bodice, quite a low, so it's not like a crew neck, it's quite a low, it's not very low, but it is a scoop neck front. And I can show you the line drawings. Scoop neck front, exactly the same at the back, and then you've got these lovely billowy sleeves with a gathered shoulder here, and it is quite cropped as well, and it's very, very fitted. I decided to go to turn it into a dress. On their website they do have a hack, a very easy hack, just adding a gathered skirt, cutting the bodice a little bit shorter and adding a gathered skirt, which I have done. And overall I quite like this pattern. So very easy to make. Pattern pieces are literally, the front and the back is one piece, as in one pattern piece. So you have to cut out two, one for the front, one for the back, and that's cut on the fold. And then you have the sleeve, which is cut on the fold. So you cut two of those. And then you have the neck band. So it's literally neck band, front and back, which is one piece. And so it's a 3-piece pattern. Which is really, really great. It's sewed up quite quickly, and with this the gathered shoulders and the gathered cuffs, I got the elastic for that included in my kit. Now the only issue I had with this is trying to figure out what pattern, what size to go for. So normally for Friday Pattern Company I go for a size medium, but looking at the medium here, I would probably fall into a large, which is a bust of 38, 38 to 39 inches, waist of 30 to 32 inches. So I probably would go for a large for this particular pattern, but that is the body measurements. When you go to look at the finish measurements, the large then becomes finish measurements, bust of 32 inches and waist of 30 inches. I mean, the waist has gone down by not too much, I suppose, 2 to 3 inches, 2 inches, but the bust, the negative ease on the bust is 7 inches. 7 inches, which is a lot. So anyway, I found it very difficult to decide what to go for. And I know lots of people have said there is a lot of negative ease in the Adrienne blouse, and I didn't want it to be too clingy because my figure isn't of the clingy outfit kind of, like, I don't really wear clingy outfits or clingy tops because I just don't like seeing, you know, your bra lines and sort of lumps and bumps and things. So I thought I would go up by one size. That brought me to XL. And then looking at the XL, The measurements are bust of 40 to 43 inches, which is bigger than me, and waist of 33 to 35 inches, which is again bigger than me. But then I was looking at the finished measurements, and the extra large is bust of 34, which again is sort of 5 inches smaller than my bust, and then a waist of 32, which is a couple of inches smaller than my waist. So then I thought, what do I do? I'm going to go up again to another size. I went to XXL, and the finished measurements for the XXL is 38.5 inches. My bust is about 39ish, and then a waist of 32, a waist of 36.5. I'm a couple of inches smaller than that, and I thought that would be perfect, and I could just take it in at the waist later on. So anyway, I ended up cutting XXL, but with regards to the sleeves, I stuck to, this is going to sound really weird, I stuck to the large. So I've got large sleeves, XXL bodice and neckband. And the reason I stuck to the lot smaller sleeves is because my friend Adele, so for Serenity, has made this before, and she said she wished she had sized up on the body because it was quite tight fitting, but the arms were perfect. So I decided to go for my original large for the arms and the XXL for the body. In the end, it was a little too big. So I will show you my version here. So this is my version here. It doesn't, because it's on the hanger, it's quite wide here, but this would normally be worn sort of like this. So it's got the lovely gathered shoulder here. It's got a neckband here, which I have top stitched, and I've just got a little label there that says handmade. Sleeves are lovely and billowy, and then elasticated cuffs there. It is so the bodice, as I say, is a bit too big for me, but it's fine because it's kind of almost just like a jersey smock dress for me. And then I've just added a gathered skirt, and I just used the width of the fabric by the length that I wanted it to be. And I just cut it here, the bodice here, added a gathered skirt, hemmed the bottom, and there you go. I'll post some photos of myself wearing it. So I do like it. Unfortunately, I think for this weather, it's probably not ideal because I do feel really quite cold, because not only is it sort of, I mean, it isn't the lowest for most people, but for me personally, this is quite low for me, and it's the same at the back, and I've got short hair as well, so my hair doesn't really cover my back. And I just think for the winter, it's just probably not an ideal garment for me to wear in the winter. In the summer, I'd love it. So yes, and also with these sleeves, very hard to get under a cardigan or even under a coat. Like you'd have to tug that all through, you know, to get it under a coat or whatnot. And there you go. So what do I like about it? I love the sleeves. I love this gathered bit here. I love the billowy sleeves. It's quite nice. The neckline, because it is quite big, because the sleeves are a large, they fit okay. But because the bodice is an extra large, it is quite loose here. So in terms of this neckband, it is kind of a bit floppy. So I kind of have, it's not too floppy, but I just kind of have to adjust it a little bit when I'm wearing it. So when I do this one again, I will go back down to the, should I go for the large? Let me show you, have I got the pattern pieces? Okay, let me just check, bear with me. Do I have pattern pieces? Ah, Sienna, pattern piece, my little assistant, trusty assistant.
What is it?
It's the Adrienne blouse. Who familiar with that is. So in terms of the bear with me, you got it. So oddly, the difference between the XXL and the extra large, in terms of the width, you know, sometimes when you have patterns, you sort of have, you know, small, medium, large, blah blah blah, and the increment between one size to the other in the waist is probably like a centimeter. So extra small to small is a centimeter, and then another centimeter for medium, another centimeter for large, and so on. So in this pattern, it's exactly the same, apart from there is a bigger leap from extra large to XXL, which is almost an inch in difference. So I think instead of going down to the large next time, I will just need to go down to an extra large, because that's an inch on either side already, and I think that would be perfect. And yeah, what else did I write in my booklet about it? My little trusty booklet. I can't find anything today. Yeah, so that's all I've written down in terms of the elastic. It gives you the measurements for the elastic on the shoulders, and that is fully adjustable. So if you wanted it a bit tighter, or wanted the ruching to be more ruche, you can adjust that elastic yourself. Again, with the cuffs, it's all adjustable. And there you go. Very simple, actually, a very, very simple make. And it's just slightly different to a normal t-shirt. It's a bit more dressy. And again, with the added skirt, I think it's a lovely instant sort of lovely dress that can be whipped up. I would say, I don't know how long it took to make, actually. Cutting out was very simple. I suppose cutting out was about an hour. I know when I say simple, I think it did still take an hour. And then to make it all up, I think if it was just the blouse alone, it'd be an hour. But with the skirt, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. So 3 hours to get all of this done, which I think is really, really amazing. Will I make it again? Yes, I will make it again. But I will wait till the spring, summer to make it, because it isn't really for me a winter garment to make. But yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. In the meantime, please do have a look at my channel for other vlogs that might interest you, and I will see you again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.